Coding is becoming what typing was in the 90s, a baseline skill, not a career. Here's what's replacing it, agentic AI. To prove it, look at this problem. Right now, you're stuck scrolling, opening tabs, clicking views. It's slow and boring. But not if you had a custom tool that hunts down viral videos on specific topic and uses AI to explain them, which is what we are building using Google Antigravity. Best part, no syntax, no complicated loop, and end result is full stack software using nothing but plain English. So let's build it. First step is to open Antigravity, and if you don't already have it installed, head to this website, click on download button, choose an installer according to your operating system. Follow the steps on installer and stick to the default configuration when you open Antigravity, which will take you to this screen right here. Now here you'll open a workspace, which is basically just a folder. Click on this button right here and simply choose a folder to open. Now this is your Antigravity. Think of it as your office. On the left, you see filing cabinets. Here, all the files and folder live. In the middle, you have the file viewer or your desk, where employee writes code. And on your right, this is the chat window, where you give instruction. Now, this is the most critical part which people usually mess up. Every project, no matter what it is, needs organization. If you throw in random instruction, your agent might get confused and make several mistakes. So the first thing we do is create proper filing system. So I'm going to instruct my agent to create a proper filing system. Here's the prompt I'm using, and I'm also using the planning mode instead of fast conversation mode because that's more efficient. You should use it when you're trying to create some sort of complicated application. Also, you have several model options like these here. You can choose any which you like. I'm going to stick with Gemini 3 Pro. And I'm going to send this prompt now. Okay, so my folder structure and my readme file are ready. Here you can check out the folder structure. Now our next step is to add an instruction file to our commands. We already have an instruction file. All we have to do is replace the content with something like this. This has the goal of the project. It specifies the role of our agent, the technology that it should use, project structures, coding standards, etc. Now this file helps you give instruction to your agent without actually wasting a lot of repeating instruction again and again and still getting the best output. Now let's build our actual tool. Here in the chat, I've given the logic of my tool, which is to use YouTube API, take an input from user, fetch top 50 videos, and for each video, the channel subscriber count, and basically count and calculate whether or not the video is doing good. And for this, I'm going to switch to Opus 4.6 because that's better at backend tasks. So our tool is ready, but we need to add our API key. And if you don't know how to get that, it's pretty simple. Just ask your AI. It will give you steps on how to get this and where to paste it. So these are the steps. First of all, go to Google Cloud Console, and in here you have to create a new project. Right now I'm in the default Gemini project, so if you click on this, then you can go ahead, click on the new project option and create a new project. Then simply click on the create option, and now you are in the new project. After this, all you have to do is check out the quick access, click on this APIs and services. Now go to library, search for YouTube API. In the search, select the YouTube Data API version 3 and click on this enable button. Now this is added to your enabled API and service. All you need to do is create a new API key. You can either use this create credential button or go to credentials. And in here, click on this button right here, select API key, give a name for your API. I'm going to use this name, and that's it. Click on the create button and make sure you copy that API key, go back to your Antigravity, and in your environment you'll find this EME file, and here you'll have to add in your YouTube API key. Once you have done that, ask the agent to run the program, or you can do it yourself by opening the terminal. So you have this command which was given in the previous response. I'm going to click on this insert in terminal button, which opens up a terminal here, and now if I enter, it's asking me to enter a search, and this is the keyword that I'm searching, which is Google Antigravity. Now the tool is running, and I got a response which had the title of the video, the number of views, subscribers and score, and it gave me a list of 50 videos. Now, this might look confusing because why do we have 50 videos that are smashed into a terminal? So, to fix this, I'm going to ask AI to create a UI instead, to create a web page which will have the same functionality, but instead of writing in our terminal, we are going to have a search bar and list of top 5 videos. Other than that, I even want to add this feature where the AI will analyze all the top 5 videos, just the title of them, and tell us what exactly they did right and what went wrong. Also, it will give us suggestions on video title we can use, which will increase our reach, serving the purpose of our application. So I have defined all that in this prompt, and I'm going to send it. Another feature that Antigravity has is it sends you push notification whenever a task is completed or whenever it wants to request some sort of command, which is really convenient because you don't have to stay on the screen all the time. Okay, we have our application up and running. Let's go check it out. So this is the website interface. All I have to do is search for the keyword down here. Again, I'm using the same keyword, which is Google Antigravity, and I'm going to click on this analyze button, which will give a little data, top score. Now these are the top 5 viral videos that have the specific keyword that we're looking for. Now, other than that, we can also view our result as table, which will show us all the other data. Like, check this out. Other than that, we also have AI trend analyze and also why our specific video went viral. So here you can choose the video that you want to analyze and then click on this button. But before that, we will have to set up our Google as well by entering the API key into our env folder, for which we will have to go to AI Studio, and the link was given by Antigravity itself. But here in your AI Studio, you'll already have some API key, at least one of them. All you have to do is click on this copy API key button and then paste it in your env. Once that's done, we can test out the AI features as well. Now, let's click on this button. Okay, so I forgot to restart our application. So I'm going to click on this rerun button in my browser itself. And now if I click on this button, it is starting the analysis. And here's what we have, as well as it has given us 3 content, title, ideas, and why would they want. Let's try to use this deep dive option, and now it has given us a psychological analysis of exactly why this video did so well. Besides these features, these titles are literally clickable, so if I click on this, it will take me to the YouTube video that is doing well. I mean, check this out. So that makes our tool absolutely perfect. Now, if you want, you can go ahead add some other features also if you have that in mind. If not, let me summarize exactly what we learned in this video. Instead of learning what Antigravity is and how it works, in theory, we use a hands-on example of building a viral video tool. We started off by creating a clear structure, which is very important for any project we are making. Messy project equals to messy output. Next, we divided our project into phases. The first phase was to create the terminal application to make sure that our logic was working. After which, we added third-party integration using the YouTube data API, for which we had to create a project in Cloud Console and then create an API key for our YouTube API. After that, we moved on to the phase 2 of our project, which was creation of our UI, which was the basic website. Provided a clear logic, which is again important because if you don't give details to your AI agent, it will just make something on its own, and that might not align with exactly what you had in your mind. So to get clear output, you need to give clear instructions. Lastly, we added Google integration to make our tool much smarter than it was before. Now the same tool would have taken us a week or 2 if we decided to do it on our own. And if you have no idea about programming or coding, that would turn out to be your worst nightmare. So the choice is yours, whether you want to write a few lines of instruction or spend hours building something that might crash and burn within a few seconds. Now your challenge is to take this video as a sign to actually try out the tool. If not to create something fancy, keep it minimal. Try to make any sort of website. Start with a simple project, but you need to start somewhere. So that's it. I'll see you in the next one.